Hello, this is Buono. Today, I would like to discuss why engaging in electronics is essential. If you want to learn programming, whether you're someone who's just starting to study programming or someone who has faced setbacks, I believe you'll find this information helpful. Please stay with me until the end. Now, let's dive into the main topic. Recently, with the increasing demand for IT professionals and the rapid progress of digital transformation DX, I think more and more people, even those without prior experience, have started learning programming somewhat casually. However, the reality is not so easy. It's often said that 90% of people give up on programming, and indeed, many end up quitting along the way. According to a survey by Samurai Engineer, a programming school, there are various reasons for this, but I believe that, in a nutshell, it all boils down to a decline in motivation. The reason I think this is because many of those who start learning programming without a clear goal tend to choose web programming languages, which are relatively accessible. However, I believe that web languages inherently have qualities that make it difficult to maintain the motivation to study. There are three main reasons for this. First, everything is done within the monitor. So you end up staring at a screen all day, which can be exhausting and doesn't give a strong sense of accomplishment. Second, since all the work is completed online, it tends to become a solitary activity, making it easy to feel discouraged. Lastly, the field of web programming is known for its rapidly changing technologies. With so many languages, versions, and frameworks out there, it can be confusing to know which one to choose, and this uncertainty can drain your motivation as time slips away. I, too, have experienced giving up on studying web programming in the past. And these are exactly the feelings I had at that time, so I think many others can relate. If you start studying web languages without knowing about these inherent challenges, you're likely to give up along the way, unless you have a very strong purpose. That's why I recommend studying programming through electronics if you want to learn it. The reason is that electronics effectively overcome the three barriers I mentioned earlier, making it fun to learn and easier to maintain your motivation. With electronics, you can go beyond the monitor and actually make things move. Plus, there are real-life events and makerspaces where you can go when you're stuck. Take a break or connect with experienced people. Additionally, the languages and microcontroller boards used in electronics are relatively stable and not subject to trends, so you don't have to worry about getting confused over your initial technology choices. For example, using a microcontroller board, like the microbit, allows you to learn through visual programming based on Scratch, a programming environment designed for children, making it ideal for those with zero prior knowledge. Moreover, even seemingly complex things, like robots or remote control cars, which might appear difficult at first glance, are actually quite manageable with beginner-friendly kits and sample code. By building upon these resources, you can create something functional and fun with surprising ease. Another important point is that a lot of programming concepts are universal, so once you master one language, it's relatively easy to apply your knowledge to others. For instance, concepts like data types, if statements, and how to create functions are fundamentally the same across languages. So, even if you have vague aspirations, like automating Excel with Python or creating a web application in the future, I believe it's much more efficient to first build a strong foundation through electronics before moving on to other languages. Now, I'd like to explain the 3 steps to learning programming through electronics without getting discouraged. First, it's important to get in the right mindset. So the first step is to boldly visit a parts shop or an exhibition. This will allow you to see the various components available and what kinds of things you can create with electronics, which will likely spark a desire to make something yourself, boosting your motivation. In the next step, you should learn the minimum necessary knowledge to safely engage in electronics. However, most beginner kits are designed to be easy to assemble and use without requiring much electrical knowledge. So, there's no need to dive into complex theories. Just make sure you understand Ohm's law, and you'll be good to go. Finally, purchase the entry-level kit that most closely aligns with what you want to create. There are all sorts of kits available, including robots, AI speakers, and even Lego-like kits. Use these to slowly build up your skills by working on something you've envisioned. You can find a variety of kits by searching for electronic work beginner kits on sites like Amazon, Switch Science, or Akazuki Denture. So why not choose something you'd like to make? So, today I've talked about why you should engage in electronics if you want to learn programming. Of course, this approach may not suit everyone, but I especially recommend it for those who don't have a clear goal. Why not give it a try by visiting a parts shop or an exhibition to see if it's a good fit for you? That's all for today. On this channel, we post videos that explain the essential knowledge and tools that beginners in electronics should acquire. These videos are structured to help you learn electronics from scratch. If you're planning to start working with electronics, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We also look forward to your comments and thumbs up on this video. Wishing you a great time with your electronics projects.